Good morning, guys. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing very good, staying safe at home. Today we're going to talk about a very famous painter. His name was Pablo Picasso. And we're going to create a drawing, a self-portrait about his art. Okay, it's going to have to do with his style. Okay, the style that he used. He created a style called Cubism. Okay, it was an art movement that created shapes and lines and used triangles and rectangles and circles. It's very, very fun. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do the self-portrait. You're going to need a white piece of paper. You're going to need a pencil, eraser, and you're going to need Sharpie marker and some paints. Okay, so get all those stuff ready and let's begin. I brought this book about Pablo Picasso. It's called Picasso for Children, written by Marina Garcia. Okay, here, okay, I'm going to tell you a little story about Pablo Picasso. Okay, my name is Pablo. I was born in the Spanish town of Malaga in 1881. Ever since I was a boy, I liked to paint. My father was a painter and an art teacher, and he encouraged me and helped me with my first paintings. His passions were bulls and doves, and these filled the drawings of my childhood. I studied art in La Coruña, Barcelona, and Madrid, but academic training never excited me. What I liked was discovering new ways of painting and always being open to new ideas and influences. Els Quatre Cats Café in Barcelona was my ideal place. It was here where I met some of my best friends, who were poets and painters, and where I designed their menus and held my first exhibition. But my great dream was to visit Paris. Okay, here are some of Pablo Picasso's most famous paintings. Okay, look how nice. Okay, this is a self-portrait that he made of himself. Okay, it says, when I painted this self-portrait, I was beginning to experiment with deconstructing shapes. I ended up developing a new style called Cubism, which would make me famous. Okay, here we have more of his paintings. Okay, he had a whole set of paintings that he painted in blue colors. Okay, this was called the Blue Period. Here we have more of his paintings. They were very beautiful, but they started to become more and more abstract each time, okay? Using more shapes and patterns, okay? He created a very important painting called La Guernica, okay? Around 1935, a period of wars and isolation, a new change took place in my life. At that time, I was painting human faces and figures that were so distorted they looked like monsters. But I also discovered a new world with the help of children, okay? And while I was inventing games for them, I began to draw like a child. Little by little, I started to withdraw from bustling Paris and ended up to move to the Côte d'Azur. Here, I was captivated by ceramics, and while I experimented with new techniques, I made around 2,000 pieces. My studio was full of plates, jugs, and playbirds. Bulls and doves started to fill my life, just like when I was a child. Okay, look at some of his drawings over here. Okay? So this was a little story about Pablo Picasso, okay? This is a book that I really love and I cherish, okay? And it tells the story of why Pablo Picasso painted the way he did, okay? So we're going to start working on the self-portrait. And let's begin. Okay, to create our self-portrait, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to place our paper vertically, okay? We're not going to do it horizontally. When we draw a portrait or a self-portrait, a picture about ourselves, we are going to do it vertically, okay? Try to remember this. First step on our paper that we're going to do. First, you're going to do it with pencil. I'm going to do it with marker, okay? Because I want you to see it on the paper, okay? So, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a big letter U, okay? A letter U. It's going to be big, okay? Look how big it's in the paper. Okay, that's going to be the first step. Next step is we're going to close with a little curve the top. Okay, this is going to be our head. Later, we're going to put 2 lines for our body, okay? This part, we're going to later decorate it with shapes and lines, and we're going to make it look very, very geometric, okay? Next step, guys, is we're going to divide our face. We're going to make a number 7, but it's going to look upside down, okay? If we turn it around, it's like a 7, you see? But we're going to do it like this, okay? And we're going to bring a diagonal line all the way to the bottom. We're going to divide our face into 2, okay? That's a style that Picasso used to use in most of his paintings, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and draw one eye, okay? We're going to draw the first eye. We're going to go ahead and draw it nice and big, okay? We want this to be nice and big, okay? Go and draw like the shape of a leaf, okay? That's very important. Let's draw the pupil. We're going to draw a circle like that, and inside a smaller circle. We can draw eyelashes if you want, okay? I'm going to make eyelashes to mine, and I'm going to make a nice big eyebrow. Now, I'm going to go to the other side, but this eye, I'm going to make it different, okay? It's not going to look the same as this one. I'm going to make a letter V, like that, and inside, I'm going to make another shape like this. Okay, so one eye is going to be looking to the front, and the other one is going to be looking towards the other side. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but that's the style that Pablo Picasso used to do. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw one side of the mouth. I'm going to do it like this, okay? And then the other side, I'm going to make it different, okay? Let's go ahead and make a mouth that looks different. I'm going to make mine like this, okay? Try to make it in the style of Pablo Picasso. Let's go ahead and draw our 2 ears, okay? 2 ears to listen, okay? Now, if you're a boy and you have short hair, well, you can make, I don't know, some spiky hair, or you can make your hair in a different way, okay? I have long hair, okay? I know that some boys have long hair too, and some girls have short hair. So, just try to make your own style of your hair, okay? I'm gonna make mine like this, okay? Teacher Paz has her hair long at about her shoulders, okay? I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna take this line, and I'm going to divide it into 2 because I'm going to paint one side of one color and the other side is going to have another color completely. Now, I'm going to draw some shapes for my clothes. Okay, I'm going to make circles on one part. Then I'm going to go ahead and make some lines over here. And I'm going to make this drawing looks so colorful, okay? Over here too, I'm going to add more circles if you want, okay? Put in all the shapes that you want. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to start getting my palette ready, and I'm going to put some paints of different colors. I'm going to use red, I'm going to use purple, yellow, blue, okay? And they don't have to be realistic colors. You can use all the colors that you like, okay? Try to be creative. You can use pink, you can use orange. I mean, the sky is the limit, okay? So let's get our paint ready and we can start painting. Okay, now that I already painted everything, I'm gonna let it dry, okay? And I'm gonna finish by tracing with marker the final details, okay, that got erased with the paint, okay? You can go ahead and do that so that it looks much nicer, okay? I'm gonna go and finish tracing mine all over again, tracing all the black lines with the permanent marker. Make sure that the paint is dry. If the paint is not dry, you're gonna damage your permanent marker, okay? So I'm gonna finish doing this, and I hope you liked today's activity. I hope that you had fun learning about Pablo Picasso and his own unique style, okay? Try to make many self-portraits. You can even draw people from your family. You can draw your mom, your dad, your grandma, your brothers, your sisters, okay? Try, be creative, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and finish over here, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.